here again, it's sort of normality that we're down here for prelim week almost, but does it feel different? Is it sort of almost too cliche to say that?
Not for me, really. It is a bit of normality for me. It's been, I think, 6 out of 7 years that I've played. I've been in a prelim, so hopefully try and get the record back to 3-3. So we've kind of put ourselves in great positions consistently, and then get to this stage, and sometimes either let ourselves down or get unlucky, or sometimes even get lucky. So I guess it's in our control, which is the fun part.
Do you feel you guys are a better side this ahead of this prelim than last prelim? You guys have found that?
Yes, but also a different side. I think we're in the lead of the prelim last year with 2 minutes to go, so you can't really get much better than that apart from finishing off the job. So we've put ourselves probably in a better position this year to finish off that kind of stuff that we didn't do last year, and we really failed in some games last year, whereas we haven't this year. So I'm very confident in what we can produce, and I think last year's also helped what we'll be able to do this year.
Do you accept the tag of favourites, because you've had the wood over the Hawks this season, and I think I saw a stat, I think they've only beaten you once since 2019 or something like that. So do you accept that tag of being a favourite?
I think we're confidently a favourite every week, so within our own right, that we're confident that we can beat any team in any situation. I don't think there's any different to Hawthorn. When you look back to 2019, I think that's a completely different side to what they have now. So it's about beating what they have on this Friday night. So I think we're very confident. I'm sure they are too, but I know we can do it if we play the right way.
Speaking of how you've sort of developed, there's a bit of talk about maybe you had an easier run heading into the finals. Just what did it mean to take down the reigning premiers so well, so comprehensively in a qualifying final? Seemed like a big statement from the Cats.
Yeah, it was huge for us. I think I heard all that noise, and I think there was doubts within your own head of how the preparation is and what we're doing, and I think we delivered those 6 weeks really well. Is that each game, it wasn't like we were versing a team lesser than us. We had to do it the right way, and we did it the right way each week in different ways. So we're prepared for on that Friday night against Brisbane, that if the game looked very different, we could deliver. And I don't think it's the way we scripted it, but we just delivered right when it mattered, and in all different ways. So we did a great job, and I was very proud of the boys that day.
You move into the midfield. Tell us a bit about how that all came about, because it was sort of middle of the year you started playing more and seeing about.
Yeah, I think the coaches just decided it was about time. I've been a hybrid mid-forward for the last 2 to 3 years, and I think they just decided with the addition of Jack Martin, the way Brad Close and the way Sean Manor are going, that they can use me in different ways, and thanks to the other boys in midfield, they're able to complement them well, and they're complementing me well. That it's kind of worked really well in that last little bit for the season, and now I think we're in a good position that we have different strengths as a midfield group and as a forward group. And I think you saw in that Brisbane game that we could all play in all different positions. It was a bit of a merry-go-round throughout the day, and I didn't know where I was going to line up, so it's the best strength that we have.
You're coming through the midfield, and there's Neil, Jez Cameron, and Manor. How much do your eyes light up with your options?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had a dream run since I started with Hawk, and all the boys we've had back then. So it's always been fantastic for me to kick to fantastic players, and they all have their own strengths. So that's the best part, is that Jez will be able to hit up, or Shannon Neal, you able to kick long, and then Danger, you just got to kick it in his area. So it's all very good to have those different strengths as a forward line, and I think we use them really well.
Do you dislike Hawthorn as much as the fans do?
No, I've got good friends there also, so it's a bit of a different rivalry, but I want to beat them as much as anyone.
Who are your mates at Hawthorn? Anyone in particular?
Well, James Warple was my captain at Geelong Falcons, so knew him well, and then played Vic Country with a few of the other boys, Lloyd Meek and a few others, yeah.
So you go one way or the other ahead of a game like this, the texts either light up or they completely shut down. What's the sort of approach for Friday?
As in with the Hawthorn boys? Yeah, I won't be talking to them, nah. Just with Walker, obviously you played with him in Falcons, he's been linked to Geelong, and so you worked a bit on the recruiting team. Have you sent him a couple of texts here and there to say, hey, we wouldn't mind you here?
No, it's not my job. I think he knows what this place is like, being a local boy, and I think he knows what Hawthorn is too, so it's his decision at the end of the day. And yeah, if he were to come, I'd support him, and if he weren't, I'd also support him. It's what's best for his career, and I hope he has an amazing career either way.
You mentioned the amount of prelims you've been part of. What's the What kind of edge is different this year with the squad to try and get you over the line, make the grand final, potentially go all the way and win? Is there a different edge to the Cats?
Similar edge to each year. I think every prelim I've played in, I've been quite confident that we're going to go well, and we've played really well in 5 of them. One of them was terrible, or 4 of them. One of them was terrible. But our biggest strength is the adaptability that we have, and it was shown in that Brisbane game that so many players can play in so many different positions that it doesn't really matter what you kind of do to us. It's kind of how we deliver and how we execute the roles that we're placed in. So I think that's something that we can really go after. Is we're really hard to play, even playing on each other at training. We don't really know what each other are going to do, which is a great skill set to have.
It's said that prelims are the hardest games to win. You played in 6 of them. What are they like? Are they different? Do you notice it's a different game?
There's definitely a different energy. It's a fantastic energy, and when you win that first week, you got 2 weeks to build into it. So some nights you're confident, some nights you're nervous. So there is a bit of change up and just getting that mentality right. But once the ball's bounced, I think it's pretty cliche that it's just another game of footy, and the intensity's higher, but the coolest head always kind of prevails. And I think that's an important thing, is that you just got to stay calm and do what you've done all year and do what you've done in your whole career, that you'll be able to execute.
Was it fascinating that there was a lot of talk about how the game against Brisbane wasn't played here as a home final, and then the crowd and the energy that they brought was incredible, especially after the rain of free kicks. Is that something where you now think, well, maybe it's not 100% necessary to play a final here, or would you still like to see a final at Cardinia Park?
It's not really my position to push one way or the other. I love playing at the MCG, so I'm pretty happy to play there this week, and I think it's the best place to play football in Australia. It's got such a good tradition and a history behind it that I just love playing there, and you win the grand final in the MCG, so getting that practice if we were to win this game. We've had 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row now at the MCG. That's a good practice and lead in, so I'm pretty happy to play there, and it suits my game, so I'm happy to keep going there.
You played in front of some big crowds at the G, Gryan. Probably much bigger atmosphere than this one, I thought.
No, I think this one's going to be absolutely huge, and very passionate supporter bases that will collide, and I hope it goes our way, because it will be one to remember.
What does Bailey bring besides the obvious? Is there anything that's really surprised you about having him here in a final series?
No, not in a final series, but it surprised me just as a team player that he is, and the energy that he brings each week, and how good of a player he was. Not surprising how good of a player he was, but on the back of a knee injury and missing 12 months of football, to come in and be a Brownlow favourite and All-Australian, and a fantastic player. I think it's pretty special that we got him, and what he's brought is just that commitment each week, and I've absolutely loved it.
Has there been some discussions around culture in the club this week? We had the Bailey Smith flipping the bird thing, and then you had the Chris Scott incident in the rooms after the game. Has there been discussions around what is Geelong culture this week?
No, not that I've been a part of, sorry.
Just you touched on before, some of the newer faces and the Cats obviously doing that work with the recruiting team. Was there any in particular you had sort of a role in recruiting or scouting back in the junior days?
What was that? Sorry.
Did you scout sort of watch any of the current Cats players as a recruiter?
I have watched them, when they were in under-18s. I've got notes on a lot of my teammates, but I don't think my say is the final say, so I don't think that it matters what I've said about them in the end of the day. But I think it's pretty obvious that our recruiter is doing a fantastic job each and every year, that I'm pretty lucky to be able to learn under them, and have the work experience with Stephen Wells and Simon Murphy and Ross Hill this year, Liam Woodland in the past. So it's been a really good experience for me, and I'm learning a lot off them.
Do you prefer that you get the first bite of the cherry in the prelim, that you play Friday night and don't sort of have to sit, watch the others go at it and wait till Saturday?
I actually do, because last year we were in the reverse, and I actually didn't enjoy the Friday night, because you're like, am I watching this to verse this team, or I'm not actually sure. So it is good to know our result and know what's happening first.
Gryan, just the stop-start nature of footy over the past month, can you just take us to how intense training's been in the gap between the qualifying final and the lead up to Friday night?
Yeah, it's a balancing act where you want to be, you want to train at your absolute best, but then you also want to be humming for the game and feeling really good. So I think that the experience of our group is crucial in that aspect, and maybe we've got it wrong in the past as we've had some bad bye records, but I think because of our experience, and we've been in the situation exactly 12 months ago, it's been fantastic, and I think led by Tom Atkins, he brings the intensity at training, so it's been fantastic, and I think we're all ready to go, and there's no excuses on our end.
Those outside the club might not know too much about Mark Worthington and Shannon Burns, but what sort of impact do they have on the group day-to-day?
Yeah, they're our MVPs. Mark Worthington is one of the absolute best in his role, and Shannon Burns, a former player, knows exactly what it's like to be as a player and what it's like off field, and they complement each other so well. And yeah, I think they deserve all the kudos that they get internally, but also externally, because they're fantastic.
What have they done for your game in particular, since you've been at the club?
Well, Mark Worthington got me into the recruiting space back in 2020. He forced the hand on the recruiters to let me join them pretty much. And then Shannon Burns, a former small forward, I can talk about when it's a hard role. I can talk about when it's a good role. He makes it a fun environment to be around. So I use them both for different things, and I think every player does, and they can adapt so well. Wortho was up in Queensland helping Toby Conway with his surgery recently. They just do it all, and they deserve it all.